Good morning, everyone. Today is Somwar hai, Monday, and Sawan ka mahina hai. This is the fourth Sawan of fourth Monday, so of Sawan ka hai. Lot will do fasting as well. Just be careful not to exert yourself too much. पूजा पाठ तो करते ही यहाँ पे. Very important. Today का topic stress है. तनाव के लिए पूजा पाठ बहुत जरूरी है. उससे भी आपका तनाव कम होता है. Spiritually, very important. The first lesson, the ज्ञान मुद्रा, just connect. आपके आसपास जो है सबको बुला दें and focus on yourself through breath. For 30 seconds, गहरा सांस ले, गहरा छोड़े and connect अपने आत्मा से, self realization. आप क्या है अपने अंदर घुस जाए. Excellent. Next, sitting in Gyan Mudra, rolling your shoulder back, head up, close your eyes, which helps you to focus. And we'll chant Om for 5 times. That is sound of Om itself will also help to reduce stress as well. They're made up of 3 letters, A, O, M. A tends to wake up the solar plex, and it comes up your heart, and then your O activates the thyroid gland, and then Om activates your master gland, pituitary gland, crown chakra. The sound of A, O, M wakes up all the chakras from the solar plex right to the top. To wake up, to make the body in an active state, to get the maximum benefit of prana. Let's sit in the Gyan Mudra, roll your shoulder back, eyes closed. For first time, take a deep breath in. And for second time, take a deep breath in. And for the third time, take a deep breath in. And for the fourth time, take a deep breath in. And for the last time, take a deep breath in. Still close, keeping your eyes closed. Feel the vibration of Om throughout the whole body, through your nerve system. आपके पूरे देह में संसार जो होता है उसको फील करें. To wake up every single cell in the body. आपके जितने भी देह का पूजा है सबको जगा रहे हैं. Then gently take your both hands up in the air, rub them together for 20 times, trying to generate enough heat between the palm of your hand. हाथों में गर्मी पैदा कर रहे हैं. हाथों को कप बना के चेहरे को ढक लें. Open your eye, आँख को खोल लें. You feel the heat. Gently, when हाथ आपका ठंडा हो जाए to body temperature, then slowly massage over your face, back of the neck, your hands, your body, and the neck. Excellent. What you've done is make the body in active state to get the maximum benefit of pranayama. जो हम लोग करने जा रहे हैं उसका फायदा के लिए पूरे देह को पहले उठाना पड़ता है, जगाना पड़ता है. And that's what you've done so far. Today's topic is stress. So what I would like to do is first just sit in the Gyan Mudra and gahra सांस लेना है. बस take up for next 3 minutes and listen to me at the same time. सुनते मत रहिए, कुछ न कुछ करते रहिए जो आपको पसंद आए. आपको इतना एक्सरसाइज बताएं हाथ वाला, जो भी आपको समझ में आता है वो करते रहें और हमको सुनते भी जाएं. उससे आपको योगा का फायदा भी हो रहा है, प्लस यू डूइंग इट वेल. Don't just listen to me, do something with it, है ना. गहरा सांस ले लें, कपालभाति कर लें, जो भी आपको अच्छा लगता है वो करते जाएं. I'm watching you. स्ट्रेस मानसिक हेल्थ के लिए बहुत खराब है. शॉर्ट टर्म थोड़ी देर के लिए तनाव अच्छा है. जहां लंबा हो जाता है, when it happens for a long time, then it creates a problem. Effect of negative, जब negative आप सोचते हैं in your mind, सोच में, तो आपके बॉडी से एसिड निकलता है, releases acid. आपका जो ऑरा है वो बदलता है, कम हो जाता है. आपकी क्षमता बीमारी से फाइट करने की कम हो जाती है. All your system जो आपका देखा जितना पुर्जा है doesn't work properly. आपका हार्ट है, फेफड़ा है, जोर से धड़कने करने लगता है. आपका ब्लड प्रेशर बढ़ जाता है. And unwanted hormones, जो बॉडी में हार्मोन रिलीज होता है, good hormones, bad hormones are released, and that creates a lot of problem in your body. With negative thoughts, आप दूसरे को तकलीफ नहीं देंगे, but अपने आप को तकलीफ दे रहे हैं. It's very important. Because emotions affect you, your organs. हमने बहुत बार बताया भी है. How does emotion harms you? जब भी आप हम आप पर गुस्सा करेंगे, हम सोचेंगे कि हम आप पर गुस्सा करके आपको तकलीफ दे रहे हैं. नहीं, उसका उल्टा होता है. जो आदमी गुस्सा करता है वो अपने अंदर अपने लिवर को डैमेज करता है. You damage your liver by being angry. जब आप ग्रीव करते हैं तो फेफड़ा आपका लंग कमजोर जाता है. When you worry, then आपका लूज मोशन होता है, स्टमक अपसेट. And जब मानसिक तनाव होता है, स्ट्रेस होता है, then your heart blood pressure goes up, heart is affected, palpitation and so on. And जब आप डरते हैं, कोई आदमी डराता है, कुछ होता है, then आपको पेशाब बहुत आता है, आपकी kidney is affected. Very important. So really emotion affects all of us. बस क्या करते हैं, stress a fact of modern life. It's a fact of modern life. Pressure of lifestyle is not the problem. Rather, it is how we react to them that counts. Exposure to stress can depress your immune system. जब आप मानसिक तनाव में रहते हैं तो आपकी इम्यूनिटी भी कम हो जाती है, आपकी बीमारी से लड़ने की क्षमता कम हो जाती है. इससे आपकी बीमारी जैसे डिप्रेशन, स्किन प्रॉब्लम, माइग्रेन, सर दुखना, आस्मा, हाई ब्लड प्रेशर, पेप्टिक अल्सर, heart disease, even cancer can happen. Every cancer patient I met, when you ask their history, when did it happen, you'll find within their family, within their lifestyle, something happened for giving them a lot of stress, and that took them into the cancer mode. So always, like they've lost a job or their partner passed away, things, anything like that affects the whole body completely. When people are under pressure, they describe their feeling, they feel pushed, pulled in all different directions. You don't know what to do. You feel like you can't cope with it. You are at the breaking point. अब लगता है सब चीज खत्म होने वाला है. You're about to snap. आपका पूरा देह टूट रहा है. सब चीज होता है. और उसका सिम्टम क्या होता है? कई बोलते हैं कि हम सो नहीं सक रहे, नींद नहीं आती है. I can't concentrate. I feel run down. हम बहुत थके महसूस होता है, थकान महसूस होता है. I can't cope with all my family's demands and pressure they're putting on me. So all these are kind of a stress, trauma. उससे क्या होता है? You put on weight as well. You can't cope, misplacing, losing things. चीज भुला जाते हैं, irritation हो जाता है. Any noise, children कुछ बोलते हैं तब गुस्सा आता है. You get angry very easily. And also these all happen, the stress happens, such as death in the family, divorce, moving house, losing your job, are more likely cause you stress, and you can fall into some form of illness. While we may be powerless to avoid major life events, such as death of a spouse or loss of a job, we can try to eliminate many of these little things that creates chronic stress. तनाव को, बहुत तनाव तो हम लोग कम नहीं कर सकते हैं कि they are part of the life, somebody passing away, you're losing your job or something happens like that. It's not, you're not under control. But certain things we can reduce it. A physical response to danger, a complex psychological reaction occurs when you feel threatened. जब भी आप threat होता है, कोई body में होता है, stress occurs. Hypothalamus trigger a chain reaction of chemical nervous system activity. Release cortisol, which travels to the pituitary gland, releases hormone to adrenal gland, which sits on top of the kidney at the back. And this produces hormone to cope with stress. So मानसिक तनाव is a lot of body reaction happens. The brain senses a danger and sends a message to the nervous system. The heart but quickens the pumping the blood faster. The blood pressure increases. Breathing can start. So more oxygen is available to go into different part of the muscle. Muscle receives increased amount of blood. So if you have, say, 5 pints of blood in the body, and when you're in stress, all the blood goes to your hands and feet to fight in stress mode. So there's not enough blood left to go to the organs. So for short period is good, but if it happens for long period, then you're deprived all your organs of blood supply. So that in process, उनको oxygen नहीं मिलता है, उनको खान पान नहीं मिलता है, nutrients नहीं मिलता है, and the body you become ill. Adrenal gland, which is just above the kidney, is very important to help you to cope with stress. But if the stress persists for a long period, then it's a problem. Symptom of stress falls into 5 different categories: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and social. कुछ ना कुछ करते रहिए, please don't just sit and just watch, listen to me. सुनिए भी, कुछ ना कुछ करते रहें. सांस तो ले रहे हैं, जीने मरने में एक सांस का फासला है. कपाल भाती कर लीजिए, अनुलोम विलोम कर लीजिए. आपको सब पता है, you all are expert now. हमको अपना नाखून रगड़ लीजिए, जैसे कंचन जी कर रही हैं, ठीक है, प्राणा. हाथ हिला लें, जो भी आपको पसंद आता है. Anything you feel, just keep doing it. Listen to me because it's quite a good topic. I hope you like what I'm saying just now. I'm trying to simplify it in a certain way, and I'll give you all the solution for it. So one of the best ways to release is meditation. People who meditate regularly find their stress levels are greatly reduced. उनका मानसिक तनाव कम हो जाता है. How does meditation से इस तनाव कैसे कम होता है? Meditation produces a state of very deep relaxation. Your heart rate slows down. Your level of oxygen consumption, जो oxygen की जो आपकी body use करता है, वो कम हो जाती है. So your blood pressure will lower and mind becomes more calmer. आपका मन और शांत हो जाता है. And खून oxygen body को oxygen की कमी हो जाती है. Oxygen की जरूरत कम हो जाती है. Meditation, everything calms down, everything slows down. And so we can reduce stress with yoga, aromatherapy, massage, visualization. There's a lot of different techniques which you can able to reduce stress. One of the best ways visualization is take a relaxing mental holiday with this simple steps. Close your eyes. You can all do that just now. Imagine that you are eating a ripe peach खा रहे हैं. You find that your mouth will start watering automatically. What your mind जो सोचता है, body deliver करता है. आप सोचिए यार मैंगो ले लिया, अब मैंगो खाने वाले हैं. जैसे खा नहीं रहे हैं, जैसे मन से सोचे खा रहे तो मुंह से पानी आने लगेगा. Mouth will start watering. That's the sign of mind over matter. जैसा मन सोचता है वैसा body करता है. Such is a powerful of imagination which affects your body. जितना आप ध्यान देंगे जो चीज पे वो चीज हो जाता है. Now choose a pleasant heaven where you would like to relax. Visit in your mind. जैसे आप जो आपको पसंद है, आपको गार्डन पसंद है, फ्लावर का स्मेल पसंद है, smell the flower, feel the air, hear the sound of breeze blowing through the palm tree, and notice the environment like a lovely sand with the blue water and so on. Your mind automatically will relax and reduce stress. See, जो भी आप जीवन में अच्छा चीज बीता है उसको ध्यान करें, उसी से आपका मानसिक तनाव कम हो जाएगा. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. And second is power of touch. जब भी आपके husband or wife और कोई गुस्सा करता है, if you just touch him by physically, हाथ से, गुस्सा शांत हो जाएगा. One of the most natural tools of health and healing is touch. Provides warmth, relaxation, inner feeling of well-being and peace of mind. है कि नहीं? और husband wife गुस्सा करता है तो one of the pressure point is ear. उनका डरना नहीं है, उनका कान पकड़ लो. कान पकड़ने से गुस्सा शांत हो जाएगा उसका. हिम्मत चाहिए पर जो डर गया वो मर गया. है कि नहीं? These are pressure points to reduce your anger. Next, I'm going to go into acupressure now. How to release stress through acupressure. One of the best one is the emotional freedom technique. It's been proven scientifically, medically, able to reduce stress, even depression, mental health. No matter how devoted you are to the proper diet, lifestyle, you will not achieve your body's ideal healing, and emotional barrier stands in your way. Emotional freedom technique is a very easy to learn. It will help you to remove negative emotion that causes ill health, reduce food craving, reduce elimination of pain, implement positive goals in your life. I use that when I go to the people with a brain injury. And they like this month tonight, this afternoon from half two to 4 o'clock, I do a yoga for them as well. Then I use the emotional freedom technique with them because they all have brain injury through the accident or through the alcohol abuse and things like that. And they find it very useful. Tapping on your body meridian is a very pretty powerful way of healing the body. So emotional freedom technique is a self-administered therapy that draws the knowledge of acupressure meridian point to release the emotional blockage. It works by helping you to get root of the problem in your life. Tapping on the meridian is meant to move the energy blockage. Any blockage energy channel. So let's do some. So what happens is benefit of tapping is decrease chronic pain, headache, post-traumatic stress, weight loss, insomnia, distress, and it affects your thyroid, adrenal gland, metabolism increases, and blood your hand together, just energize. What you want to do is connect or clear all the blockage in the meridian. And then massage. And then clap them just to get improve your circulation. Energy channel, 14 of them, 6 on either side, and governor vessel goes from here all the way to the crown chakra, to the back passage, to the back to the spine, to the back passage, and from the back passage all the way back up to a concentration vessel. Just opening all the channel, make a couple like this, and tap 9 times. Then everything passes to here. Side. The armpit. This is a lung meridian, L1 point, just where the hollow bit is, tap it there. The side. And once more. The last time, next time we do this one. Well, one is very good for lymph. See, most people have a lymphatic problem. Lymph fluid doesn't flow properly, especially near the groin, near under the armpit. So what you have to do is lift up and down. And then 3 fingers above the palm of your hand, press your heart there and pump away blood. And also the important one is the solar plex one. This is connected to your mother, your belly button. If that moves up and down, that affects the whole body as well. So put your hand like this, armpit, and make it left, and as you go, breathe in and breathe out. Then do the opposite hand. Another good one that is also bend your leg, one leg, left leg, right leg, and kick it, like kicking a door for 5 times. This also helps to make the solar plex right, like that. Excellent. This was just a general warm-up. Now we go into the tapping breath. For the emotional freedom technique is you take your hand like this, karate chop, and do that 20 times. Next, if you look at the ear, if you go all the way to the top point of the head and tap your finger. This activates your master gland. And then your pineal gland, tap it there, middle of the eyebrow. And then your sun point, either side there. These also reduce your headache as well. These are all the meridian points for different energy channel. Underneath the bow tie, tap it like that with the finger. And also what you can do is, if you take your finger, index finger, rub the tear duct thing right in the corner there. That will be very good for your eyesight as well. Just gently, not too much pressure. It's a tear duct there. And then rub your nose like that. That's a sinus point. And then tap under the nose with the first breath in when you're born. This is one of the meridian. Governor breath will start from here. And under the chin. This is also good for bowel movement. If you do this, if you don't have bowel movement, that'll make your bowel movement as well. There's one energy point. In fact, with the vagus nerve, also both fingers around the ear. And then center the collarbone, lung point, if you're already done. And then activate the thymus gland, which is the middle of the collarbone under the tap like that. And then under the armpit, this is all part of the emotional freedom technique. Right? And then last but not least, this way. Some people tend to have male and female bladder is not strong enough. This is bladder point, tapping it here. That is something. Have your hands together. If you're going through a rough patch, it could be incredible healing to do this daily. Such simple exercise, but very effective to reduce. Technique is called emotional freedom technique. Highly effective, reducing the symptom of several mental health disorders, including anxiety and depression. But before you do that, first you have to recognize you have a problem. If you don't recognize the problem, then you can't have the benefit. The emotional freedom technique is highly effective in reducing the symptom of several mental health disorders, anxiety and depression, as you said. And another one now we'll do is proper acupressure for the stress and anxiety. First is the governor vessel point 20, which is top of that there, which we already did that before. Just tap it there. That itself will be able to reduce, located on the crown of the head. Pressure on this point can both raise depression, sadness. It can ground energy to ease anxiety and overthinking. It nourishes the brain and can help you to treat headache, dizziness, insomnia, other neurological conditions. Just by tapping it there. That's what you're doing. Nice and gentle. आप ही का सर है, हमारा नहीं है. प्यार से, ज़्यादा जोर से मत कीजिए. And हम just finger tap करते हैं ना, just like a piano, playing a piano. तबला बजा रहे हैं सर पे अपने. हम बोलते हैं ना, चंपी कर रहे हैं, मसाज करते हैं, हेड मसाज ना, that's what they do. You're doing it yourself. नारियल का तेल अच्छा है, नारियल तेल लगा ले सर पे रात को, उससे बहुत फायदा करता है स्किन पे. Next is the third eye, which we already done. Location between the eyebrow in this area. Powerful, calming, and spiritual spirit takes the edge of the emotional restlessness and the anxiety come kar deta hai. Connect with the pineal gland promotes deep relaxation, treat insomnia, relieve headache, foggy thinking, helps to clear nasal congestion, running nose. This is one of the very important points when you acupressure for emotional well-being. And rest is obviously we press this one. Also, there's a this is gallbladder point 21. Just tapping it there. We did that already. This is another part of the. This releases the stress, releases the tension in the upper part of the body. Helps with alleviates anger, migraine, high blood pressure. Like sometimes you feel you're carrying the whole world in your shoulder. Pressing this point, maintain the steady breathing and keep breathing in like that. Next is the thymus gland. We've done that. Something might be repeating it, no harm in it. Using forefinger, both hands over the middle part of the chest at the thymus gland, nice and firmly. Or you can press hard and do Kapalbhati, does the same thing. People who tend to feel effect of stress and anxiety in their chest, manifested a shortness of breath, feels chest become tighter, palpitation. This tapping will relax the open of the chest and release the diaphragm, and your anxiety will go away. And next, obviously, we talked about a pressure point for lymph fluid, pressing it there. Again, just do that. Some of them are repeating again because this is this is just acupressure points. And repeat this for other hand as well. Now, next is the large intestine L14, which is the index. Let me highlight myself. You can see better probably. Yeah, if you look at the finger there, where the thumb and index finger meets towards with the both joint, towards the index finger side, there is a tender point with more pain. Pressing that itself helps reduce pain in upper part of the body. Any teeth pain, any kind of headache will go away just by pressing that point hard. Right, left hand, and also the right hand. See where the thumb is, just there. You'll find the tender spot where it's more pain.
Uncle, did you say upper part of the body? Pain
What's
for
that?
upper. Did you say pain for the upper part of the body?
Yeah, any part of their body will go away.
Oh.
Even lower part as well, but help more with the mouth, face, ear, nose, headache, things like that.
Okay, I thought it was for the back as well. That's what I was asking.
No, but yeah, we do the back as well. But it's mainly effective, but everything is connected to the back as well. So it affects any part of the body. This will help any overall. The large intestine goes from here all the way down to the bottom as well. So it will directly and indirectly affect the whole body, but mainly this will help with the upper part of the body.
Yeah, my right one is more painful than the left one.
No, both will be paining. If you find the tender spot, doesn't matter. But the right one is, if right is paining, I mean left side is better problem you have more. Because face crosses over. If right is more paining, the left side you have a certain issue. If the left is paining, then the right side. Maybe you might have a teeth pain, you might have a gum, something nub in the teeth or something like that. Maybe hearing problem. And left side could happen either thing.
Thank you.
And next is the heart 7 point, which is location inner wrist crease. Feel the hollow bit where the hollow bit is there, near the little finger side. This is connected to heart meridian. Heart meridian goes from here all the way down there into the heart. This point there. This helps to nourish the spirit and to treat all emotional imbalance. It strengthens the heart, energy, and blood. Quiet the mind and settles the anxiety, worries, emotional distress with sleep disturbance, release chest tightness, heart palpitation, used for treatment of emotional shock. This side and both sides. Next is your liver. Liver is one important problem. But that's one of the chemical factors. Well, the liver is on the right side. So if you look at your right hand, where the heart line is, that's the liver point. Pressing it there itself, you energize any pain that tells you have a fatty liver, sluggish liver, and you have a problem. Keep pressing it, you are healing it. And just below the liver is the gallbladder. If you have too much pain there, that tells me two things. One is you have a stone in your gallbladder, or you don't have gallbladder, so removed already. That's how good acupressure is.
Can we look at the point for the gallbladder, please, again?
Just below the heart line. That's heart line is the liver.
Yes, that I know.
Below that is gallbladder. So
Oh, I see. Just near that.
Just below that.
Okay, thank you.
And also for liver is also good point is if you look at your thumb and the next point, press this point. That's your liver point. Where your toe and the next finger bone joins in, pressing that point, that's liver point 3 as well.
Is that any foot, uncle?
Both legs.
Thanks.
Look it in the foot. At this point also release. Another one is the spleen. If you look at your eyeball there, if you go 4 fingers above that, this is the spleen point. SP6. This is a very good point on both sides because of liver and kidney, meridian passes through here. 3 organ system. That's all helps you with a lot of things.
Yeah.
This can reduce stress and feels like exhaustion, fatigue, chronic pain, indigestion, period problem from female. Pressing those points will help you. That's why India में क्या करते हैं? पैर में बैंगल पहनते ना, पैर में जो पहनते हैं उससे नहीं होगा, period पे नहीं होगा. That's what they wear. There's a purpose behind it, but we've forgotten the purpose. अभी भी विलेज में जाएंगे तो लोग वहाँ पे बड़ा सा कटका चांदी का पहनते हैं, लोहा का पहनते हैं आपके पैर में. जब पैर जलता है तो उससे आपको period पे नहीं होगा.
I used to wear piles, very big piles.
That's it, very thick metal. That's the purpose behind it. But now हम लोग बिगड़ गए, अब लोग modern बन गए हैं.
हाँ, अभी निकलते सारे. अच्छे नहीं दिखते.
I know. I think it's just one of those things. But you can see a lot of things. I'm telling you, you'll find that your grandmother used to do things that they used to write them all the time because they knew that's what they've been taught from day one, from their mother, their grandmother as well. It just passed on by generation to generation. But now क्या हुआ कि हम लोग move हो गए हैं. इंडिया में भी लोग अब modern बन गए हैं. Media क्या किया? Media brought a lot of Western things, and they think that's better. दवाई खा के ठीक हो जाएंगे. Don't need to do all those things, kind of idea.
They used to say you have to put too much bangle as well, isn't it?
That's it. हाँ, बैंगल पहनने से आपका जो नीचे का पार्ट है, sexual organ सब healthy रहता है. Uterus में गांठ नहीं होगा, ये सब नहीं होगा मतलब.
Yeah.
They are the benefit of it. And also now let's look at
ও আমরা yoga করছি.
So that's I'm trying to reduce stress. Only one other best way to reduce stress is through the breath. What you do is you breathe in like gently, the hand come up, and then you turn your hand around and breathe out through your mouth longer, much longer than breathing in. Just by doing this, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system. Through breath, you can control your emotion. So when you feel you're stressed, all you have to is, don't have to do your hand, just breathe in deeply for a count of 4 or whatever you think, and then breathe out longer through your mouth. Whenever you feel stressed, just do that. Another way to do it, to get more clear. A lot of stress happens due to blockage in your energy channel. To open the energy channel, remember with the clapping, also you rub your nail together like that. That will help to clear energy channel as well. Rub your nail together fast and vigorously. And also shaking your hands up. Whenever you hand, that itself energizes. It's more. Once more, rub it together. Excellent. And one of the best ways to release anxiety is by activating the vagus nerve. Vagus nerve, this Latin word means wandering. It's one of the longest nerve system, goes from top to the back passage and connects to every single organ in the body. It's part of the autonomic nervous system in the human body. It runs all the way from the brain stem cell to part of the colon and comprises of sensory and motor neuron fibers. Interfaces with parasympathetic control of the heart, lung, and all the digestive tract and everything else. Did you know you could access vagus nerve easily every day by improving your memories, decrease your anxiety, and prevent inflammation? Just by activating the vagus nerve, your memory will improve, you decrease your anxiety, and prevent inflammation. And breathing is one of the best ways to activate the vagus nerve, to release anxiety and better mental health. Vagus nerve is connected to your vocal cord as well. And vagus nerve passes through the back of the ear and through the neck here. So any neck exercise you do is actually able to help you to activate the vagus nerve. So even singing or any kind of vocal cord you sing, you activate the vagus nerve. Humming, like we do Brahmi, that itself activates the vagus nerve. Chanting, gargling can activate these muscles and stimulate the vagus nerve. Even chanting the chant, we started with Om, that itself activates the vagus nerve. Sound for long as you can. This activates the vagus nerve, sound of Om. So you can see how easily it's done. And then one of the best ways to activate the vagus nerve is cold exposure. That's why nighttime before going to bed, you fill your mouth with water, lukewarm, and cold water throw over your face for 10 to 20 times. Also, even taking a cold shower, that activates the vagus nerve. And then I'll talk about the deep, slow breathing. You breathe in and breathe out. That way you're activating the vagus nerve as well, using the diaphragm. Singing, humming, chanting, all this gargling, all this activate. Eating probiotic yogurt will activate the vagus nerve in the stomach. The gut bacteria improves the brain function by affecting the vagus nerve as well. Remember, vagus nerve is connected to all the organs, right to the muscle as well. Emotion and promote feeling of goodwill towards yourself. That meditation reduces sympathetic fight and flight activity as well. Also, eating certain kind of food, omega-3 fatty acid. They are essential fat the body cannot produce itself. They are necessary for the normal electrical function of the brain and nervous system. So they play a very important part activating the vagus nerve. Also, a lot of yoga, we do exercise, pranayama, and all this will help as well. Certain massage can stimulate the vagus nerve by increasing the vagal activity, vagal tone. Vagus nerve can be stimulated by massaging the several specific areas of your body, foot massage, and also a certain spine massage as well. And then socializing, visualizing, laughing a lot, that is self-activates the vagus nerve as well. And breathing is one of the best ways to do it, to activate. Also, other ways to do it, activate it also to nitric oxide as well. plays a very, very important part. And laughter is one of the best way. Laughter also reduces your heart blood pressure goes down, reduces your pain, improve your breathing, gives you more energetic, helps reduce weight, makes you sleep better, decreases stress, makes you feel younger. So there's no reason for not to laugh. So let's do some laughter therapy before we go into something else. All you have to do is, usually we do in the public place where we go around the circle with a group of people. Just now we're doing online, so it makes it a bit difficult, but we'll do it. If you make a sound of ho-ho, you exercise your mouth, ho-ho. When you do ha-ha, ha-ha, you exercise your heart. When you do hee-hee, hee-hee, you exercise your belly button, your solar plexus. So by doing those three signs, you activate the whole organ. The simple way to do it is, so before you do any exercise, you have to expand your lungs, so breathe in, and breathe out 3 times. And then say, ho, ho, ha, ha, hee, hee, ho, ho, ha, ha, hee, hee. Before we go next one now, do other expanding exercise for 3 times. Next, you pick up your phone, you're talking to your friends, and it tells you a big joke. Don't tell me. That was a funny one. Well done. Keep telling me more of those jokes when you get time. Ho, ho, ha, ha, hee, hee. Ho, ho, ha, ha, hee. Next, expand again. Next, somebody throws an itching powder on your body. You go, oh God, it's itching. You start itching. Oh, oh, ha, ha, hee, hee. Oh, oh, ha, ha, hee, hee. Oh, oh, ha, ha, hee, hee. Oh, oh. Okay, okay, you can sit there. Oh, oh, ha, ha, hee. My dog is saying, what's happening here? I'm going mad. No, I'm not going mad. It's okay. I'm just doing a laughter class, please. Oh, oh, ha, ha, hee, hee. Oh, oh, ha, ha, hee, hee. Oh, oh. And next, you go to your neighbor's house to ring the doorbell, and they come to open the door, and you have to give them a fright, go, ah, like lion roar. Ah. Ho, ho, ha, ha, hee, hee. Ho, 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 ho. Excellent. So that was a bit of a laughter class just to give you kind of thing there. And also I want to talk a bit more about thymus gland as well. So before we do that, let's do some exercise now. You start with your hand together, you expand your lung, and you go up, you breathe in. When you come down, you breathe out. Excellent. Next, you exercise the top part section of the lung. Put your hand there, you breathe out, you breathe in. Then do the bottom part. Then using your shoulder blade. And do the opposite. And using the whole shoulder blade at the back. And do the opposite. And put your hand there, clap. Then go to the top. You try to use all different muscles. Some of the muscles you don't use on a daily basis. Then keep your left hand there, right hand comes up. Then do the opposite, right hand there. Next, your hand there. Touch it up, up. And do the opposite. And one of the best exercises I've seen recently is to expand your lung. You put your hand like that, you breathe out, and you go back, you breathe in. So when you go there, actually you're doing Kapalbhati. You're not just breathing out, you are forcefully, so you're creating a vacuum. Look. For 1 minute. Excellent, just shake your hand up. Well done. A lot of people to have chicken wing as well, and also for telling yourself, put your hand there, you breathe in. And then do the side way. Next, put your tight fist there, make a short circle. And then the medium one. And then the big one. And do the reverse. Middle one. And then the short one. Excellent. One of the best way also is to interlock your fingers, take it all the way up and bring it back. Excellent. One of the biggest illness due to the stress, because of life is, today modern lifestyle is quite stressful anyway. So most people tend to have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. It's not a physical problem, it's a mental problem. It's a stress due to mental health. What happens? Your vagus nerve and you have a nerve also in your stomach. They both have to talk to each other. If they're not in harmony, if you don't make connection proper, that's what creates IBS. So when you eat food, suddenly you have to go to the toilet right away, or you have constipation. It can affects your body differently for different people. And usually the doctor sends you to check with the pipe through your back passage to find where the problem is. It's not physical. They won't find anything. IBS is mental health, where your nerve system, it's neuro problem. The vagus nerve and your stomach nerve happens due to certain food allergy, things like that. They're not talking to each other. And that's when this happens. So only way you can prevent that by meditation or through the breathing relaxation exercise, what you've talked about, stop emotional tapping and things like acupressure, things like that will help you to manage that. So one of the best ways I said thymus gland. Let's talk about thymus gland. Same time, you can do some Kapalbhati, just breathing out forcefully, any mudra you feel like doing just now, then we'll talk about later on. Thymus serves a vital function to keep your body healthy. It's not be surprising if you or your friends confuse the thymus gland with the thyroid gland. They're located right next to each other, with the thymus sitting just below the thyroid gland. Both releases hormones into the body that are vital for health. The thymus gland plays an important role in improving your body's natural defense system, that for a number of immune and inflammatory disorders. Simple way to strengthen your thymus gland just by tapping, which we're doing already. That helps release anxiety and it makes your strong immune system. Behind the breastbone sits the thymus gland, your immune system surveillance gland. It's a part of lymphatic immune system. One of the functions in thymus gland is to process. It is possible to stimulate the thymus gland to produce new immune system T cell in adults infected, even infected with HIV as well. Thymus is special in that, unlike most organs, it's the largest in children. Once you react to puberty, thymus starts to slowly shrink and becomes replaced by fat. By age of 75, thymus is little more than a fatty tissue. It plays a huge role in training your body to fight infection, even cancer for the rest of your life. It is also vital to the body's chemical messaging or endocrine system. Shrinking of thymus gland is what triggers the aging process as well. That's what they find. जब हम लोग बुढ़ाने लगते हैं, it's because your thymus gland is becoming smaller, shrink हो रहा है, इसीलिए होता है. It plays a vital role in training the immune system to protect the body against infection, even cancer. This process begins before birth. Thymus gland reaches its maximum size when you are a teenager. Then it starts to shrink slowly. धीरे-धीरे कम होने लगता है. And some scientists do believe the shrinking of thymus gland actually helps promote the aging process as well. We tend to get more sick and less respond to vaccine and so on. Just thumping and tapping your thymus gland stimulates the immune system, giving it a boost. You use thymus gland to keep the gland active and boost your immune system. It plays a very important part for thymus gland. Next, we're going to do that. What do you call a nitric oxide exercise? First, we're going to do a humming sound. Close your eardrum like this, and put your tongue in the teeth for 5 times, like a bumblebee sound. That will activate the vibration, which will activate the nitric acid in the nasal passage, which is able to kill any virus or weaken the virus, even COVID-19 as well. Mm. 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 And for last time. Mm. Excellent. But just by doing this, you produce more nitric oxide in the passage, which is able to fight a lot of things. And also, one of the main thing, by certain food, you produce nitric oxide as well. We already talked about plenty of time in the previous lecture. To make sure you don't use mouthwash, that's one of the important things. And try to steam the vegetable. Then you preserve a lot of nutrients and promote good health. Steam करने से उसका जो भी मेन मिनरल है वो खत्म नहीं होता है. हम लोग जब बहुत कुक करते हैं तो वो न्यूट्रिएंट्स खत्म हो जाता है. Very important. Also, it's like how you process the food is very important. Lot of color of the vegetable and fruit contains beta carotene, which when you eat it, body converts that into vitamin A, which is very good for prevention of cancer, eyesight, and things like that. It plays a very important part. So how you process food. The carrot है. Carrot कैसे खाना चाहिए to give you maximum beta carotene? Can somebody tell me? How do you eat carrot to give you maximum beta carotene? Anybody put hands up and tell me?
What the kite means?
गाजर 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 कैसे खाना है? गाजर कैसे खाना है कि आपको बीटा कैरोटीन सबसे ज्यादा मिले?
Raw carrots. Raw खानी चाहिए.
Unpeeled. Do not peel it. No.
Steam it.
Carrot juice.
I think steam.
क्या होता है ना, हमने स्कूल में गए थे, स्कूल में योगा कराते थे तो अब टीचर ने बताया देखो हम बच्चों लोगों को कैरेट खिलाते हैं तो रॉ कैरेट दे रहे थे काट के. तो हमने बोला देखो जब रॉ खाते ना है, best way you don't take the skin off, you wash it properly with the rubber with the small sponge, you keep it for there. So skin's got a lot of nutrients as well.
Yeah.
And then you eat that, but when you eat raw, you only absorb 20% beta carotene. जो कलर उसका है देखो लगता नहीं है, पेशाब से टॉयलेट से बाहर निकल जाता है. तो क्या होता है कि फायदा कम होता है. When you slightly, as कांता बन is as you steam it slightly, तब you absorb 80% beta carotene. तो कैसे कुक करते हो वो ओवर कुक करोगे तो कुछ नहीं बचेगा. राम नाम सत्य है मुर्दा बड़ा मस्त है, सब खत्म हो जाएगा, सब नाला में चला जाएगा. थोड़ा सा स्टीम करके कलर उसका कलर डाइजेस्ट हो जाता है. The body can absorb it easier and gives you maximum benefit. तो कहने में सब फूड
better than the raw. कच्चा नहीं खाना. Steam it.
कच्चा खा सकते हैं, नहीं कच्चा खाना है तो घस के उसको जितना घसेंगे जितना सरफेस रहेगा उतना बॉडी को लगेगा. समझे मतलब? बस proper steaming is the best way to get beta carotene depending what you want to achieve. For eyesight के लिए सब के लिए है ना, उसको थोड़ा सा स्टीम करके खाओगे देख को पूरा लगता है अच्छी तरह से.
Yeah, can you steam the sweet potatoes with the carrot?
Yeah, everything. I like to steam everything. That's the best way. Even broccoli be, cauliflower be, garlic be, anything I'm eating, I steam it. Put in the steamer with the different things on it, and that gives you the maximum energy, maximum nutrients in your body.
It's better than roasting, uncle.
Huh?
Roasting करेगा.
नहीं रोस्टिंग के सब नहीं थे. रोस्टिंग पहले आपको स्टीम करना पड़ेगा. स्टीम कर लीजिए, फिर हम क्या करते हैं, यदि हम मतलब राइस बना रहे हैं तो राइस में सब मिला देते हैं, वेजिटेबल मसाला डाल देते हैं, लेमन, ब्लैक पेपर, मसाला अलग से बना के उसमें डाल देते हैं. If you like the spicy, you make some spice separately, cook it and mix it with the steam things.
Okay.
जीतो खाने के लिए, खाते हो जीने के लिए. Body is designed to eat raw food. जितना raw खाओगे उतना health promote होगा आपका.
सरवण भाई, फ्रेश कैरेट लेने का बेहतर है कि फ्रोजन जो पैकेट में आता है वो?
देखिए, sometimes we can't be choosy. So the best way is to fresh one. Second is frozen, and the tin वाला खाना नहीं है. tin वाला में lot of chemical है. preservative है. You don't want the thin one at all.
But
So-
fresh one में वो spray करते हैं ना.
नहीं तो wash कीजिए ना. You wash with the Mauritius जाते हैं तो Mauritius में they wash with salt water, sea water. Salted water से धोने से उसका जो भी chemical बाहर निकल जाता है. And you take a small sponge, keep a sponge for the vegetable, rub it. उसका जो ऊपर में जो surface निकल जाए मतलब. The thing is, if you're really worried, then you peel the skin. You know, all I'm saying to you, the skin has a lot of nutrients as well. So if you can somehow preserve it and eat it, it's more benefit. हम जब carrot का juice निकालते थे ना, so I used to buy the carrot from my garden with the leaf as well.
Yeah.
Leaf के साथ juice निकालते थे. और उसमें तो honey मिला देते थे taste के लिए. Because green's got a lot of chlorophyll. That gives you energy. A lot of cancer patients, we give them green as well. हम लोग हाथी क्या खाता है? हाथी घास पत्ता खा के इतने बड़ा से इतना बड़ा हो जाता है. तो हम लोग घास पत्ता खाना सीख ले तो दुनिया में खाने की कमी है ही नहीं है. We're too busy but taste. हम लोग स्वाद को देखते हैं, स्वाद देखते हैं, ये देखते हैं क्या देख के लिए अच्छा है क्या खराब है. स्वाद देख के खाते हैं. और हम लोग
Juice पी सकते हैं juice.
या वही हम करते हैं. जूस हम तो कैरेट का और कैरेट के पत्ते के से जूस निकालते हैं और उसमें फिर थोड़ा हनी मिला देते हैं इसके लिए और पी लेते हैं. That's very good for you know. इसीलिए दूसरा हम लोग मिलते हैं क्लोरोफिल मिलता है उसका. जैसे algae होता है जो काई होता है पानी के ऊपर में. लोग they do a farming of algae and they make a dry powder, very salty. You put that in juice, something like drink it. That's very healthy as well. Like seaweed as well. All these things are good for health, but we don't eat it because we don't know much about it. That's why.
No, we don't. I don't know.
But seaweed is very good for people with cancer, prevention of even people जिसको chemotherapy होता है. Seaweed खाने से उसका effect नहीं होगा, कम हो जाएगा. बाल नहीं झड़ेगा, जो कीमो का जो side effect होता है वो सब नहीं होगा. इसलिए चाइना में seaweed ज़्यादा खाते हैं लोग. चाइना में because of Hiroshima में जब nuclear attack हुआ था तो there's still a lot of radioactive material in the soil, in the water and everything else, and that's why they have to eat seaweed more often for prevention of any symptom due to radioactive material in the food.
Ramji, can I just add something about people worried about pesticides and all that? Is just read it on the BBC site. It's if you put soda carbonate in water and put your vegetables on fruit and just let it soak in there, it'll take out the pesticide and
That's
insecticide.
right.
That's magic. And also, pesticides जब आप खाते ना हैं, it stays in your stomach. It doesn't come out because it's a fat soluble. क्योंकि उसमें जितना पानी पिएंगे, वो पानी और तेल मिलता नहीं ना है, तो it's always stays in your stomach, and that's what gives you bowel cancer. तो उसके लिए best है eating avocado. Avocado is fat soluble. वो आपके pesticide को absorb करके आपके bowel movement से बाहर निकाल देता है. So these are all the one thing what gentleman said as well. That's very, so if you give me that information and if you got some from writing, then I can put that in my yoga with time, no problem. That's by carving soda and mix it with and wash it there. That gives you a pesticide. That's excellent. But thing is, if you're really worried, then just take the skin off. You know, no problem. All I'm saying to you, even नींबू होता है, नींबू को हम लोग छिलका पी देते हैं जूस निकाल के. कितने लोग क्या करते हैं, छिलका को फ्रीज करते हैं, उसको ग्राइंड करके उसको स्पाइस में डालते हैं करने के लिए. It's very lemons got more vitamin C than the juice itself.
Really?
स्किन में हम लोग स्किन पी देते हैं. स्किन में अब जैसे हम लोग वाटरमेलन खाते हैं तो हमारी माँ क्या करती थी, हमारी दादी भी थी, तो वाटरमेलन खाने के बाद जो गुद्दा बचता है उसको छील के उसकी सब्जी बना लेते थे.
हाँ सब बनाते हैं.
हाँ तो मीठा सब्जी बना लेते थे, तो वो हेल्थ के लिए बहुत अच्छा है.
Dr. Kapoor also eats it when she puts it in the water and then she eats the peel. She was telling us.
That's it. So all I'm saying is all these things
They
are
cook the skin for melon skin.
मेरे स्किन नहीं खाना. आप स्किन के पतला इसको नीचे वाला मोटा होता है वो खा सकते हैं.
हाँ,
okay.
White इसका.
White होता है.
Okay, so how do you cook
उसका
that?
मुठिया भी बनाते हैं, सब्जी भी बनाते हैं, मैं बनाती हूँ.
That's it.
मुठिया बनाते हैं.
हम देखते हैं जब खाने का बात होता है तो आप लोग को सब में एनर्जी आ जाती है, सबसे बात करने में मस्त आते हैं. हमारा योगा खत्म हो गया, अब बात
Cooking session.
शुरू हो गई.
I know, but I hope you're enjoying so far what we talk about stress, because stress is one of the biggest cause. सब कुछ stress है, हमको भी है, आपको भी है. हम ऐसा कोई नहीं जिसको मानसिक तनाव नहीं है. How you cope with it, कैसे उसको cope करते हैं, बहुत important है.
Very grateful to you, Sarwan bhai. Very
No,
Yes,
grateful. to
thank you very much.
God
So
bless
good.
you abundantly. God bless
No,
you
no,
abundantly.
I'm just आप लोग हमसे जुड़ के हमको स्वस्थ कर रहे हैं. It works both way. आप हमको स्वस्थ कर रहे हैं तो हम आपको स्वस्थ कर रहे हैं, दोनों एक दूसरे को स्वस्थ कर रहे हैं. Really,
ये आपका बरकपन है, ये आपका बरकपन है.
thank you, no, thank you, no. क्या देखिए, हमको जितना इतना ऊपर नहीं चढ़ा है कि जब गिरे तो समय के साथ चलना पड़ता है. सबका समय आता है, हमारा भी समय आया है, खत्म भी हो जाएगा. वैसे ही सब जिंदगी, इसी का नाम जिंदगी है कि नहीं?
No, you deserve it, all the praise. You
No,
deserve all the, you are chosen person.
No, thank you, no, thank you for your kind
लेमन
words.
का अचार भी बनता है, फ्रेश लेमन का.
That's it.
All lemon.
छिलका चाय बनते खाते कि नहीं हम लोग छिलका, वही
Yeah.
छिलका चाय बनता है. और जैसे आज हमने गए लास्ट टाइम लेस्टर गए थे तो वहां से खरीद के लाया था हमने मीठा चाय लेमन का पूरा. अच्छा, एक्चुअली गॉट सम डेली थोड़ा खा लेते हैं. स्वाद के मसाला स्वाद के लिए खाने, कभी फीका खाना उतना अच्छा नहीं लगता ना. We like the spicy food slightly, थोड़ा सा थोड़ा प्याज कर लेते. No, that's good. So let's do the, what do I do now? Let me, I've lost the plot here. No, I'm doing the nitric oxide exercise करना था. उसके पहले एक चीज और important भी है. I'll tell you, through breathing, you can activate your nerve. You can control your nervous system, which will give you better sleep, improve your digestion, आपका IBS खत्म कर देगा, and boost your energy level and relieve stress. Deliver immediate result. You can go without food for days, without water, but only a few minutes without breathing. Difference between life and death is a breath of fresh air. Breathing has an immediate impact on your mind, your body. Even the act of inhaling versus the exhaling affects your nervous system differently. जो सांस लेते हैं और सांस छोड़ते हैं, उनको different तरीका से करेंगे, then you affect your nervous system differently. वही आपको बताने वाले हैं. Breathing can change your blood pressure right away. इसका blood pressure high है, जो exercise बताएंगे आप कीजिएगा तो blood pressure तुरंत कम हो जाएगा. Promise. नहीं होता है तो जो भी पैसा आपने दिया है वापस कर देंगे. ठीक है ना? By putting your finger, first you put your finger in the nose and breathe out forcefully. Which side is more predominant, right or left?
Left.
Left is predominant, that means you are in
Right.
parasympathetic nerve system. If it's right, then you are in stress mode. तो लगता है आपको योगा करा कि आपका मानसिक तनाव कम कर दिया आपने. अब आप लोग को पैसा चार्ज कर सकते हैं. अब आपको फायदा हुआ है, कुछ फायदा हुआ है, जरूर हुआ है. So if you breathe out to your left, you're activating the parasympathetic nerve system, which is very good for boosting your immune system. Several respiratory conditions like asthma can be managed by increasing CO2 level in the blood. CO2 जहर नहीं है. Breathing exercise are all about CO2, not oxygen level. हम लोग सोचते हैं हम लोग सांस लेकर ऑक्सीजन बढ़ा रहे हैं. ऑक्सीजन नहीं बढ़ा रहे हैं. CO2 का, it's all about amount of CO2 you have in the blood. Breathing exercises are mostly about manipulating the carbon dioxide in the blood, not the oxygen. तो CO2 जो है वो जहर नहीं है, to be avoided. Slow breathing increases oxygen through the CO2. जितना CO2 आप ब्लड में बढ़ेगा उतना ऑक्सीजन आपकी अब्जॉर्प्शन बढ़ जाएगी. क्या होता है फिर समझाते हैं. ब्लड के अंदर में सेल है जिसकी क्षमता है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड या ऑक्सीजन को पकड़ने की. ठीक है, तो जितना आप कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड देह से निकालेंगे और सांस को बाहर लंबा छोड़ेंगे, इसलिए हम जब लंबा सांस छोड़ते हैं तो ब्लड का जितना सेल सब खाली हो जाएगा, CO2 बाहर निकल जाएगा. तो जब खींचेंगे तो उतना सेल ऑक्सीजन को खींच के अंदर जाएगा. जितना CO2 निकालेंगे उतना ऑक्सीजन बढ़ेगा. समझ गए? जितना CO2 को बाहर देंगे आप उतना ऑक्सीजन की मात्रा खून में बढ़ जाएगी और आपको गिव्स यू मोर ऑक्सीजन इन ब्लड. Very important. The breathing does not have to be complicated. Every single breathing exercise is simply affecting your nervous system in one of three ways. आप अपने सांसों के द्वारा अपने nerve system को 3 तरह से affect कर सकते हैं, 3 तरह की breathing करके. Now listen to me gently, simply, very simple one. One is we do all the time, we do normal, and it's like a general breathing. In and out. This is called Bhastrika. इसमें कुछ नहीं है, सब चीज बराबर बैलेंस है. In and out equal है दोनों. ठीक है? Next is if you want to, sometimes it's good to have a stress mode. तो उसके लिए best है कपालभाति. ये करते हैं forcefully breathing out, you're activating the sympathetic nerve system, releasing cortisol and all that. The brain thinks it's been attacked, something happening, and that's you got a different benefit. The next is to activate the parasympathetic system. You have to breathe in like we did there for count of 4 and breathe out for count of 8.
Can you mute yourself?
Yeah, I've done that, no problem. So what you do, you breathe in like you did with the hand, just to start when you do with the hand, you breathe in. And you open the mouth, breathe out longer than breathing in. So next time, when your husband gets angry, or you feel angry because husband says something, just do this. He will say, "Tum kya kar rahi ho ji?" कौन डांस कौन नाटक कौन नाच कर रही है. हम बोले अपने आप का मानसिक तनाव कम कर रहे हैं. Just breathing in gently and breathe out longer. ऑफिस में मत करना ऐसे, तो ऑफिस बोले लड़की पागल हो गई है, क्या कर रही है. But really, this is very effective. It will reduce the stress. That's why I do night time before going to bed. Every night I do that for a long time. I didn't know what I was doing, but now I find the secret of my good sleep. I can do, if I want to fall asleep just now, I can do it just now, just by breathing in and breathing out through the mouth for 5 or 10 times and knock over. That's what happens.
Before you go to bed.
Yeah, what I do is first throw my water over my face. That itself creates the biggest nerve. And then when I'm lying, no, I don't do it. I just lie in the bed. When I'm lying in the bed, I just breathe that longer through my mouth. First I do on left side and then the right side. And then when I do the right side, because my body is hot, so I like to sleep on the right side. So left side cools my body down. And within 5, I don't know when, and now I completely knocked over. Next, I wake up in the morning or I go to the bathroom in the 3 o'clock at night time, something like that. That's what happens. And I didn't take me, it's within 5 or 6, but I don't know how many breaths I take, 4 or 5 times, and I'm completely knocked out. Somebody cut my throat, I won't know. I'm so deep sleep. I'm sleep really deep into the trauma. That's what happens. That's how good that system is. So you can see, breathing 3 breaths. That's why Swami is teaching it. But before we didn't know how it's working. So he does the Bhastrika, which you all know about. You all know Kapalbhati. You're doing it, but you didn't know what was happening. And third is also breathe in and breathe out longer through your mouth. You breathe in through. Excellent. And one of the best thing I was saying to you was, these days Swami is trying to, and I see I'm a structural engineer. Look at everything is how body is like a structure. If you want to increase your immune system, remember when we did this, we came there, we breathe in, you breathe in and breathe out there forcefully. You're not breathing out, you're doing Kapalbhati. When that is the vacuum, when you come there, air is going into your lung anyway. When you breathe in, more air goes into your lung. So the lung expands further. So you increase your oxygen intake in your body, and more carbon dioxide goes out as well because you're forcefully breathing out. More carbon dioxide goes out, more air goes into your lung. So this is one of the best exercises. The same time, some of the Kapalbhati we're doing. Now, before I used to do like a Udan Mudra, you do there. I just do this when, now I'm doing it, breathing out forcefully, breathe in and breathe out. Time is limited. I'm just going to go through the whole phase. That's Udan Mudra. But before we do that, we do the spine one to correct it. Very good for energy to flow freely. Through Ida and Pingla, you go through and then go to the bottom and miss the spinal cord, and energy travels all the way up to promote health. So first you do your hand like this, go all the way up to the top, stretch, and do Kapalbhati to correct the spine. And I think before we do anything, I think I like to do the Mandukasana to improve your digestive system. This is how I'm going to do Mandukasana. Before that, Mandukasana was just for diabetes. That's what people talked about it. Now Mandukasana is to improve your. Somebody say it. What did you do?
The digestive system.
Digestive.
हिंदी बोल रहे हैं, खाने पचाने की शक्ति को बढ़ाता है. खाने पचाने की शक्ति को बढ़ाता है और पेट साफ करता है. Mandukasana is one of the best exercise for overall health. So next I'm going to spend 5 minutes just doing exercise to improve your digestive system. That's important, I think. That's the way. I don't want to stop. I want you to get the habit of doing that every day. It's like a doctor दवाई लिखता है तो आप रोज खाते हैं कि नहीं टाइम से. उसी तरह मंडूकासन आपको रोज करना है to improve your digestive system. आपका digestive system ठीक रहेगा तो कोई बीमारी आपके पास नहीं आएगा.
When do you have to do it? In the morning or evening?
No, you do it half an hour before the meal time. खाना खाने के आधा घंटा पहले जब भी कर सकते हैं. The first one we do is Vajrasana. बैठने में best posture है. It's like I can sit on it, I can show you the photograph like this.
Yeah,
That's the posture. Sit down. You all know about it already. To make a tight fist, put down the belly button. You breathe in, breathe out completely, and you go down as far जितना नीचे जा सकते हैं. सर को ऊपर कर लें and do Kapalbhati for 40 times. गीता जी करना पड़ेगा, खड़ा होने से नहीं झुकना पड़ेगा. हम देख रहे हैं आपको. देख लिया, देखिए caught out. No, I'm sorry to highlight. I didn't mean to. And gently come up, breathing in and out. Excellent. You only do it once today, but you should do it twice. Next, we do it your liver, right side, and right side, your left side is split. Put it there, and you go down again, breathe out, and look up. This is exercise your liver to produce more bile, and it's spleen to increase your immune system. Kapalbhati for 40 times. And gently come back up. Just now the time is limited, so sometimes you short one. Next you do the stomach one to get rid of any gas in line the stomach, so it becomes completely empty before you eat the food. So your left hand over right hand, breathe in, breathe out completely. And again you go down and look up and do Kapalbhati 40 times. मुस्कुराओगे तो डबल फायदा होगा. मीना जी आप बहुत सीरियस लग रहे हैं, क्या बात है? तो मुस्कुराइए तो डबल फायदा होगा आपको. Excellent. Come back up. And next is we got to damage. Kidney is very important. So make a fist and back behind the kidney. I have a prostate problem, but through yoga, I'm not taking medication. Through yoga, I try to recover it. And sometimes कभी-कभी पेशाब करने में दिक्कत होता है, तो I just tap at the back and पेशाब निकल जाता है अपने आप. तो करने मतलब कि that works. That actually exercises your kidney. If you do that daily, it will improve your kidney function, your bladder and so on. And last but not least, is put your hand in the front, make a 4 finger there and thumb on the top. That itself exercises your pancreas, your liver, your heart, your spleen, your liver, and so on. And also, one of the best exercises is stretch your leg. Last one, take your right leg over the left leg. Right hand close to your body, left hand comes across. You're twisting yourself towards the right side. That's where you're exercising all the organs on the left side of the body, including your spleen. Very important. Improve that system. And do the same thing with opposite, left leg over the right leg, left hand close to body, right hand comes across. This way, you're exercising your right side of the body, your liver. Excellent. So that exercise what I've done so far on Mandukasana. This is called Mandukasana. 4 fruits to improve your digestion. It's called a daily doses, half an hour before the meal time to improve your digestive system. If you do that daily, I can guarantee आपके खाना पचाने की शक्ति बढ़ जाएगी. You're able to digest the food quicker. जैसे जैसे हम ओल्ड होते हैं, our body degenerating. हमारा body का सब पुर्जा जो है थोड़ा ढीला पड़ रहा है. हम लोग क्या करते हैं उस समय we have more money, we tend to eat more food, more richer food. Really आपको खाना कम करना पड़ेगा. जीते हो खाने के लिए या खाते हो जीने में. जैसे हमारा उम्र 69 हो गया. 69 के बाद में you should eat only 1 hot meal a day. Rest should be salad, soup, some fruit, things like that. And you should do fasting every 15 days. उसका purpose है to give body a rest. Otherwise, you do intermittent fasting. रात को 6 बजे के बाद से सुबह में खाइए. That itself will be able to improve your health as well. क्योंकि अब ज़्यादा जरूरत नहीं बॉडी को. जो हम लोग यंग थे इतना एनर्जी बर्न करते थे आजकल बर्न नहीं करते हैं. That's why we put on weight easily as well. कि खाते हैं ज़्यादा और काम कम करते हैं. अभी भारत में पहले थे तो हम लोग जो एंसेस्टर लोग थे खेत में वॉक करते थे, गाड़ी नहीं था, बहुत मेहनत करते थे. कितना भी खा लें तो वो लोग हेल्दी रहते थे. हमारे दादा है, नाना है, सब they all lived to 90, 95, 85. They were healthy. They still had faculty of mind. They can talk, do everything. So अब हम श्योर है आप सबके दादा दादी नाना वैसे थे. उस समय इंडिया में लाइफस्टाइल वैसे था. सब खुले में सोते थे, पानी पीते थे, नेचुरल.
Too much walking well, है ना, farming में
वॉकिंग करते थे. प्लस खाना में अब फार्मिंग में हम लोग नेचुरल फर्टिलाइजर यूज करते थे, केमिकल नहीं डालते थे. उस समय सब्जी का मतलब आजकल तो देखा हम लास्ट में इंडिया गए थे योगा करने 10 साल पहले तो यंग बच्चों का बाल सफेद हो रहा है क्योंकि पानी में टू मच केमिकल है. जो पूरे पानी में केमिकल बढ़ गया है बिकॉज ऑफ फर्टिलाइजर. जो केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर हम यूज करते हैं सब करते हैं ना. So really life has changed but now people are getting more aware of it now. People are aware and they're questioning it now. That's good. And thanks for the person who told us about the bicarbonate soda in water without pesticide निकल जाता. That's a good idea. I know I didn't know that either. That's excellent. That's a new. I'll confirm that and then put that in Facebook as well. WhatsApp group to connect to people to kind of energize and improve health. And hope you enjoyed the class.
Sam,
Yes,
can you
thank you,
talk
Sam.
about the bottled water and the tap water just quickly?
See, what happened is most of the bottled water is done through the siphon, through the ground. They drill a hole like India में pipe डालते थे ना जमीन में कोड़ के वहाँ से पानी खींच के करते हैं. या natural, it's like a through the but the problem is which में store करते हैं बहुत पानी उसका problem है. If pani is stored in the plastic bottle has certain chemical which over the time dissolves into the water, and that gives you cancer.
Oh, so you shouldn't drink the
Really,
bottled water.
especially people leave the water bottle in the car, and the car heats up, and the water more heat inside, more plastic will dissolve. And that's why America they use glass bottles for even children going to school. They give a thick plastic which doesn't dissolve into doesn't releases any chemical into the water. But glass bottle is big. For house you should use the glass bottle for storing the fridge, anything like that. And obviously tap water is हमारा Scotland में पानी बहुत अच्छा है. But problem है कि still the council, the local authority, they add fluoride and things like that for teeth decay, which is not really healthy either. So really if you want to be positive, you should have some kind of filter in the house where you take the tap off it. But sometimes beggar can be choosy in the day. But but Scotland water is very good. But England water hard water है. वहाँ पे क्या होता है calcium, too much calcium in the water. So obviously when you boil the kettle, your kettle gets all white and things like that happens. You know.
Yeah, it's got all salty in it. So
Yeah.
salt.
No, because too much calcium in the England में. Scotland में पूरा volcanic rock है. The volcanic rock dissolve नहीं होता है. So it's like a more pure water. You know more. But they add things onto it for health wise. But I don't agree with that. But again, I don't have a say in the matter. You know, the government decides a policy. Sometimes you have to just live with it. Fact, you know.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it better. Whatever we talked about. I know we didn't do much of yoga today, but I hope you enjoyed the stress thing. It just
Yes,
felt
it was
like-
very nice, very useful.
Thank you.
So what we'll do, we'll just finish the class with a big prayer and then take it from there if you don't mind. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all enjoy prosperity. May none suffer. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And Sawan Kaj, Akhi Somar, I'll do my prayer for you if you don't mind. Om Mahadev Shiv Shankar Shambho, Umakanta Tripurare, Mitrunjay Vichvat Bastulin, Gangagar, Vijvanare, Harshi Shankar Gaurisham, Vande Ganga Dharmisham, Rudram Pasupati Misanam, Kalli Kasi Puriratam, Jai Shambho, Shri Gauri Shankar, Jai Shambho, Om Shyam Sadasudai, Amrit Rudrai, Parvati, Pran Balvai, Namo Namah, Har 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 Mahadev, Jai Shambho.
Yes, Shambho.
Have a lovely.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Swamiji.
Radhe, Radhe.
Thanks,
If you're
Sam.
fasting,
Thank you, Swamiji. Enjoyed
Thank you.
very much.
no, thank you.
Very,
Bye-bye.
very nice.
Yes, Raman.
Bye, everyone.
Interesting.
Bye.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Krishna.
Very, very interesting.
Okay.